Alright, hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda back here once again on the Outlast Trials, and in this video I am going to be covering the second flashback therapy for 2026, which is actually the fifth flashback therapy overall, and that is for the Under Surveillance event. And the Under Surveillance event originally ran under a year ago, back in like March or April of 2025, and was coinciding with the Amelia escape event that I know a lot of players that have played since then are a bit sad that they missed out on. But yeah, unfortunately that event is not going to be rerunning the actual escape sequence, which you can find a video of me completing that on my channel if you want. It was really cool. It wasn't like a super hard challenge or anything. It was just a really cool atmospheric, lore heavy, story building sequence, and it was really fun to play through back then when it was first around. But yeah, flashback to the actual event that was running at the time is Under Surveillance. Under Surveillance is all about the cameras, which we've seen obviously a bunch in Escalation and stuff. Basically, there's cameras all around the environment. This surveillance cameras variator is the key to the event, and there's cameras all around. They sweep slowly back and forth. They have a red light that indicates their vision, and if they spot you, immediately they count as a demerit. So that's a pretty interesting aspect of them, is if you're going for A+, you really need to try and avoid getting spotted by the cameras at all. But if you're in their vision for a little bit of time, you will get a loud noise notification that will alert nearby X-Pop. And then if you're seen by them for even longer, and by even longer, it's like a couple seconds at most. It's not a very long time you have, but then eventually they will also start dealing damage to you, which is obviously very bad if you're great as well. So it's a lot about, stealth and taking it slow, but at the same time, if you have like a lot of throwables available and you're prepared, you can kind of play recklessly and then quickly react, because the cameras can be destroyed permanently by any throwable, including the stun rig. So that is a nice way to speed things up, is if you stock up on throwables and are prepared to quickly react and have good aim, you can prevent the camera from damaging you. But if it spots you at all, it will still count as a loud noise notification, spotted by camera on your grade report. So yeah, that's what we have to deal with here. Importantly, there is not limited items on this event, so the ability to destroy the cameras will be probably pretty important. You'll be able to get them pretty easily for the most part. And unique to this event as well, there are two secondary objectives, one being locating the broadcast, the television, and then the other one being collect schematics. And as far as what I remember from the event itself, you only have to complete one of these for your A+. You don't have to do both of them. And it's kind of weird, because this is the only time in the entire game ever you will see two separate secondary objectives on one trial. You can have double secondary, and obviously it always happens at 21 and above escalation, but that's always this variator right here, dual objectives, two secondaries, and those are random. But in this, there's literally the selection of broadcast and schematics, which is not possible in Trial Maker. So it's kind of weird in that way, how it has literally two exact specific secondaries, but it's also pretty cool. And from what I've heard, these are reverted to the way they were in the event, where Amelia is on the TV, and I think the schematics are blue again, maybe. It was an interesting event, definitely one of the more heavily story-based events in the game's history, and the tasks reflect that very clearly. So there's two different sets of tasks, and it's basically the same vibe as part 1, part 2 tasks. Help me distract them. And back when the event first ran, it was as usual a month-long event, and Help Me was available during the first 2 weeks, but there wasn't you couldn't unlock Distract Them. I think that just showed up after when part 2 came out. But the whole way the story worked was, during the first half of the event, Amelia was setting up for the escape sequence and trying to get ready for it, so you had to help her get that ready. And then during the second half of the event, while part 2 was going on, was when the escape sequence was available. And so your other tasks here were to distract Murkoff and make sure they didn't catch on to the fact that people were escaping as quickly as possible. So it's pretty cool there. There are some poster rewards for the task completions, and you can see they're all very it's very nicely themed. Complete 9 tasks for me, for Amelia, and then 10 for this one. So what do we have? We have 6 trials for both of these, so those will be overlapping. And yeah, that's what we've seen now, of course, especially with this, is that they are just rerunning the exact same task list as was available during the first run of the event, which is fine and makes sense to get the same rewards that people got during that. But that, in the case of this, where there weren't part 1 and 2, it was just kind of one and then a second set. Having there be 6 trials on both, they'll just be completed at the same time. We have find 3 hidden TV messages. That's basically do the broadcast 3 times, if I understand it right. Destroy 20 cameras. Find 15 schematics. Disable 20 enemies with the blind rig. Spot 20 enemies with the X-ray. And restore health with heal 20 times. We also have discover the secret room in 3 trials, which is cool. Distract 10 enemies with a brick or bottle. Avoid being spotted by enemies for 300 consecutive seconds, which is a very interesting one. And it comes pretty quickly, I feel like, more than you'd think. But also travel 300 meters with crouching. These all started ticking up when I was doing escalation on my Tuesday live stream, so that's why I have some of these all done. Complete 6, A+3, complete a trial without being spotted by any cameras, which is a cool one. Find 15 tunnel blueprints, which is also schematics, so yeah, that will be the same thing as the other one. I think this is hit an X-Pop with a projectile within 10 seconds. Yeah, within 10 seconds of them walking out of an insertion gate, so that's kind of a funny one. Grief, an enemy who just spawned. Jammer 25 times, stun 25 times, barricade 25 times, master key 3 times, break 3 locks using bricks, specifically calling out the lock breaker amp, which I think is also a very cool thing that they do in this one. So honestly, a really good task list. I'm a big fan of it. Escape enemies, chase 10 times, travel 1,000 meters while running. I really like these tasks. They're pretty cool, so looking forward to completing these as we do some trials. Speaking of the trials, the list is Cleanse the Orphans, Vindicate the Guilty, and Poison the Medicine, alongside Teach Police Officer, Deface the Futtermans, Escape the Courthouse, Incinerate the Toys, Get Out the Vote, and Investigate the Minotaur. Now, I haven't made my trials tier list yet, but these, in my opinion, are my bottom 3 if I had to rank them right now. Cleanse the Orphans, Vindicate the Guilty, and Poison the Medicine are my 3 least favorite of the 10 main trials, so unfortunate that they're all paired together here, but I'm sure it won't be too bad and should be fun facing off against the cameras. I'll be normally going with my standard setup of just stun, noise reduction, smash, and boosted for this, so should be a good time. I'll see you guys when we arrive at the first trial, which will be Cleanse the Orphans. Alright, we're pulling up here to Cleanse the Orphans, and actually I'm going to end up needing to do a rebirth before I can do this entire event, I just realized, but that's okay. We'll get done. We got a stamina booster here. Who is instantly coming out? Does the grunt actually have a spawn? You can see our first camera over there. It is usually pretty easy to spot them, but on certain maps, like on like Doc's MKs in the casino, for example. Oh no. Oh wow, okay. What the hell? On Doc's MKs in the casino, there's like a red carpet on the floor, and you basically, like, the camera lights like blend in so much, it's crazy. Why do I? Okay, yeah. That one's annoying. But yeah, like I mentioned, it is gonna be not the worst to destroy them because there are plenty of, or there should be plenty of throwables around. Oh wow, we got the broadcast already. So this should be oh, it is Amelia. That's cool. So you actually have to tune it into Amelia instead of Spider Eye Lamb. That's actually that's a bit nostalgic almost. It feels like, which is kind of crazy. Left side and right side. That's pretty awesome. I wish it was like random which one you got in escalation, but I know it. I mean, it makes more sense for it to just be the, like, you know, Murkoff wouldn't allow her to continue being on the TVs, you know, if they in the normal trials that are ongoing. So this like flashback is, well, I guess it in lore perspective maybe it doesn't make that much sense even now that she's on the TVs, but I'll take a little bit of questionable reasoning in that department for the cool bit of nostalgia that you get from seeing Amelia back on the TVs. Okay, we'll just wait for this mannequin. But yeah, so we should be in good shape here with the with finding throwables pretty easily, and it's also pretty easy to hear the cameras if you actually listen. They do make a pretty loud noise when like moving back and forth. Somewhat similar to the noise that is made by targets on like Deface the Futtermans and Drill the Futterman, if you're familiar with those trials. So that can help you identify a nearby camera without having to actually see the red searchlight. Just trying to wait for the goose to get out of my way here so I can head into girls' dorm where our other radio is located. And it's gonna be... okay, let's get rid of that and hope that... okay, this door should still be open for at least another second. Oh my god! Getting fat shamed at the orphanage, bro. Are we serious? Okay, it looks like this grunt didn't come over here quick enough. So we can still complete this and be done with this section. I don't actually know if there is any benefit to also getting the schematics, but I mean, I'll keep an eye out, but I'm not gonna like, you know, spend extra time in the trial to find them. A lot of people, I know schematics are one of the more disliked secondaries by some people. And I was definitely in the same boat when this first came out. By the way, don't forget to smash the like button, just like that, folks. Don't forget. I was in the same boat when these first came out, but as time has gone on and I've gotten more and more schematics and done them in escalation, I've come to not hate them as much as I used to. And honestly, sometimes the broadcast ends up being more of a pain in the ass, because if you don't stumble upon the broadcast naturally while you're doing the trial, it can be pretty annoying to look for, just because, I mean, there's a similar secondary objective, which was the radio, which I think is the one from Countdown. Did the radio get introduced with Countdown? Like the stop the radio broadcast? And that one is like the same thing. It's like a single secondary with only one location you can do it in the trial. But that radio is way louder than the... okay. That radio is way louder than the camera, or sorry, the broadcast, so it makes it easier to find. Sometimes the broadcast I just can't ever find because the sounds it makes when it's not, you know, solved. Or it's also a bit of RNG because the broadcast has several different states it can be in. It can be in like just the static state, or there's like a one that plays music, which is on like the American flag background and stuff. So I don't know. All that to say, I don't really mind schematics as much as I used to, I guess. Since you can kind of learn where they might spawn. And if you're in a group, I would definitely take schematics any day of the week over the evidence boxes objective. That thing is terrible when you have to get 4 of them with 4 people in your group. So, I don't know. I think maybe the schematics might be a little bit overhated, but they're certainly, you know, they're nothing compared to gifts or whatever in terms of just being easy and fun. We just need one more reel here. It's going to be in there. And also important to note for this event is that it's very map dependent. The camera variator in general, because, you know, depending on the map you're on, the camera spawns can be highly variable. Some maps will have a ton of cameras, some maps will have barely any at all. Like you saw, there were quite a few cameras upstairs when we were doing the radio section, but down there in the reels area, there were barely any. I'm going to get rid of this for the ending, potentially. So that's kind of, I don't really know. It's weird, I guess. I don't know. Interesting, maybe, but we'll certainly end up, I'm sure, seeing at least a couple trials in this event that will have very few cameras on the map. I know like the Courthouse Vindicate tends to have quite a few. Maybe they picked the trials with that in mind. I don't really know. But also something like Poison the Medicine can be a bit annoying because there's quite a few like windows and glass and things in that map, and that's an important note as well. There's so many little things, I guess, that you can consider when thinking about this event. The cameras can and will see you through windows and glass and anything like that, so they will very easily detect you and start racking up demerits if you aren't careful when approaching glass and stuff like that. I don't know how he didn't see me right there, but we're going to take advantage and try and find the fuel and the generator. We do have the generator, but yeah, like coming through crawl space like that, you gotta be a little careful. Maybe consider, you know, peeking in and out to check for a camera. I don't actually know if on this psychosurgery difficulty, I think the cameras probably only do half a bar per damage, right? I don't really know. Cameras are interestingly affected by the more and deadly traps variator, which is permanently active on escalation past, I think, past trial 11, and that makes the cameras do a full bar of damage, which makes them pretty threatening, but I don't think that is built into the base psychosurgery difficulty here, so they are probably weaker, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And you know, maybe we'll find out at some point with you know, with getting damaged by one. Of course, we just need to find the keys to essentially wrap up the trial since the finale is free. If you missed it, I did just recently upload my Orphanage Over-Explained video where I talked a lot about these trials and different little tips and tricks on how you can do them more easily and more quickly. For example, with these keys, the second key is down here in the, you know, below the stairs area, so the diamond key will be down here somewhere, and the club key will be up above the stairs. Although I'm not sure where the diamond key actually... It's got to be like right in this corner, like right over here or something. Although that guy came out at an unfortunate time. And I will be continuing that. Next will be, of course, the fun park. That will be what we cover next. And then, you know, onwards from there. Yeah, this has got to be it right here, I would say. No, it's not. Wow, that's moon. We're looking for diamond. Oh, it's that. I don't think I looked at that body somehow. This grunt is going to be annoying. What? I'm being bamboozled. My own tip is going to be incorrect. I'm going to get rid of this screamer because he's just pissing me off. This grunt is pissing me off too. I'll quickly leave the area for now. That's Bunny. He should take some time to jump that. That's our club key. And we do have the secret room here, so we can open that up since that is one of the tasks on the list. There's the button there. Yeah, I'm just gonna smash this co-op door. Why not? I don't usually, because sometimes it can result in the grunt coming forward and annoying you while you're doing the finale, but not very often. Ah, it's this one. Alright, well, at least I'm not a fraud, and it is down here somewhere, but... yeah, I somehow missed that. That one corpse. Whatever. We got our key from down here. We just need to get the one from upstairs. We'll give that guy a little love tap, and hopefully that gives us enough time to quickly grab this. And then we can head back and finish the trial. I've been enjoying making those videos, and people seem to be liking them as well, so I'm happy to see that. After this video, after Under Surveillance, my next video is probably going to be my amps tier list. The first tier list video. I'm going to try and see what people think. If people like it, I can do more of those as well. And then we have next week. Next week, I think, is Deep Burn or Toxic Shock. I'm pretty sure Countdown is the last flashback that we'll be getting. So, yeah, we'll be covering that. And I am going to try and get my next critique video done before the end of the month. Although that will be tough, definitely. since I still haven't even finished the script, let alone started editing. But yeah, big plans, a lot of big plans for the YouTube channel here. Also, this video probably won't be out by then, but oh no, our flawless is ruined by an unfortunate camera placement. This video probably won't be out in time, but I will be doing a stream tonight, probably continuing my no loadout, no revives solo escalation run, which I'm currently on trial 66 for, which I'm honestly pretty proud of the how far we've gotten on that run. I was hoping, my PB prior on my first attempt was 40, and then I was hoping to crack 50, which we have done now, and you know, the run is still alive. We'll start on trial 66 tonight, which is going to be Disrupt the Neighborhood, so that could be highly dubious, but that's the end of Cleanse the Orphans. I just sort of started rambling about random stuff there, because the trial is just not that difficult. Unfortunately, we did get, at the very end, a demerit. 8 plus 13 minutes, 8 seconds, Cleanse the Orphans under surveillance psychosurgery. And you'll see here, detected by surveillance cameras one time is the demerit, because we got spotted for just even a brief second. Also, one funny thing about the broadcast and the schematics is you get located the broadcast and the word over here is baffling, because they don't understand what's going on. Kind of funny. But anyways, we'll be heading to, I think Vindicate is up next, so I'll see you guys there. Next up here we have Vindicate the Guilty, which is a trial that I used as an example in my critique video of one of the biggest problems I have with this game, and that is the tutorial spamming situation. So let me first get inside here without getting some sort of unfortunate demerit. But yeah, once you're skilled at the game, and in particular experienced with this specific trial, a lot of the time of the trial ends up being cutscenes and tutorials, which is unfortunate. Of course, again, I talk about this. It's gonna spot me. I don't think it actually did. That was pointlessly risky, though. I talk about this more in that critique video, but just something I found curious to mention. Oh, that was another pouncer, bro. What? How did you damage me? I was spamming my mouse. What a joke. Okay, well, there goes my flawless, I guess. Well, I wasn't going to keep it for much longer anyway, was it? Honestly, I'd rather not have to redo this trial like 3/4 of the way through, so I'm just going to restart there. But I thought that pouncer was the one that I just removed from the hiding spot, like chasing behind me or something. Oh well, that's what I get for insulting the trial. Major L. Alright, let's give this another go. I still don't know how that pouncer hit me. I mean, I guess, like, I got another battery booster, so that's solid. I guess I was like, I was mashing too slowly so that it actually barely had time to hit me before I clicked my mouse. I don't really know. It felt off because I was definitely just doing what I normally do whenever I get pounced. I should really learn which button it actually is to actually use your brick or bottle against the pouncers, because I've literally just always mashed both buttons because I was afraid of not getting it in time if I didn't know which button it was. So I'm gonna brick this guy, probably. Hello? Hello? This guy's doing some crazy weird moonwalking. Jump, please. Thank you. Oh god, screamer, dude. Okay, we're in. Bit awkward. Secret room was also there. I saw the buttons. Smash like. So yeah, that's like the earliest secret room possible. Definitely on this trial. Maybe in any trial, like before the first regroup button. Kind of crazy. But well, I guess the regroup button you don't even hit on cleanse until after I mean, the regroup button on cleanse isn't until the end at the chapel, so I don't know. Anyway, 5316. Punch that in and get started with tutorial time. Oh, that's evil. Is there a throwable in here, or do we just have to time it properly? See, this is what I'm talking about with the differences in maps. Like, that thing could see me while I'm going through this even. Like, if it was facing this way, it could see through the little slats in that. And you know, give me a demerit. So, you know, on a different map, you know, that situation probably wouldn't even present itself, but even if it did, perhaps it wouldn't have even spawned a camera in that spot. Because like I said, different maps have different amounts of them just based on the generation. Same thing with flamethrowers, which are a part of Deep Burn, which is coming with this flashback. Courthouse, actually, this map as well is also very evil for flamethrowers. There's usually tons of those. So maybe they go hand in hand in terms of the spawning logic, who knows. But we got the acid in, and now we can start with the real objectives. Haven't found a single schematic yet, so we're gonna... Yeah, that's why I don't go for flawless runs, pretty much, right there. I mean, this weekly in particular would be a huge pain, or, you know, this event in particular would be a huge pain in the ass to go for it on because of things like that, but yeah, like, oh, okay. I guess I'll mash more quickly. I think it's right click, right? It has to be right click. Oh yeah, there it is. Look at that blue schematic. Cool. We'll grab one of those. It's a 2.721.72157. Yeah, my general philosophy for being quite happy with the run, even if I, you know, is just getting no damage, which is still, you know, flawless in a sense, but not, you know, no demerits flawless. Get rid of that. And we gotta distract 10 enemies. Task done. Just because, like, there's sometimes where you're just like, oh, you'll barely touch glass with your pinky toe, or some nonsense like that will happen where you walk by a doorway or peek into a doorway and get spotted by a camera that just happens to be facing that way at that time. And it's like, I mean, imagine if you were going for only flawlesses and you had to just reset when that sort of thing happened. Like, that would make me quit the game. Maybe if the transition times weren't so long to actually do a reset, it wouldn't be as bad thinking about doing something like that. But as things are now, like, yeah, that would be a nightmare. Please, please, please. Okay, nice. We know they're both behind me right now, so we should have pretty good window here to get this acid, and that is there. Acid's there. I'm gonna get rid of it. Oh, it's actually in such an annoying spot where I can't quite see it. But we do want to go out that way just because the enemies are not in this area, and we don't want to have to go... Oh, they are actually. Well, we can do a double bottle throw here maybe. Or throw a bottle there and then a brick here. Wow, what an annoying camera placement. Actually, that's crazy. But yeah, we should be good. Careful for cameras on the stairs. They love putting them on the stairs and like near doors and shit. Especially, bro, flamethrowers are sometimes so annoying. You'll literally open a door into a flamethrower that's already turned on and spraying right at you that was pointed directly at the door. That shit is annoying, I'll tell you what. Oh god, it's pitcher as well. I should throw on Lockbreaker for one of these trials to do that one task. Maybe for one of the MKs. Oh, Shunk? Coils somehow on. Get rid of that so it doesn't spot us on our way through. Same with that. Yeah, maybe this is why they didn't put limited items on this. I mean, it's certainly fun to smash the cameras with a throwable. It's an enjoyable time. I figured that this bitch would be coming back because he's the worst and always trolling me to the maximum degree. Yeah, now please tell me he's going to turn around now out of the clear blue sky. Yeah, who's surprised? I'm certainly not at this point. Actually craziness. Alright, that should be far enough to actually make some progress here. But he's probably going to turn around and come back directly this way anyways. Pitcher's like my arch nemesis, bro. He's actually, well, not officially, but he's basically what killed my second attempt at the no loadout, no revives challenge by grabbing me with the force and throwing me onto a horribly thrown Molotov, might I say. He just completely griefed his Molotov throw and whiffed it, and then literally used the force on me to pull me into his grasp and then suplex me into the fire, which proceeded to put me at like a 1/5, like 20% of a bar of health left, and there was no medical items on the trial, and it was get out the vote, and I tried to get through. I made it pretty close, honestly. I was on like, I had to like grab the ticket and then push him to the last house, and we would have been through, but it didn't work out, and I ended up landing on a explosive mine when I was trying to get away from Franco in a panic. Painful, truly. And you know, even before that, the pitcher was always someone who pissed me off. But here we go now, the 3-bulb witness. You can't even hit right away at the start. But I've kind of given up hope on this point after so long, because I have quite literally been complaining about this sequence right here since the release of Vindicate the Guilty, which was in early access still. So at this point, I think I just need to come to terms with the fact that it is most likely not going to be changing, and it makes me sad. It really does, but it is what it is. We still need 2 more schematics or the broadcast. There's always a piece of shit camera right here, dude. I've dealt with these things on escalation, you know, several times. Can we hit him? Okay, well, we know where he is at least. And there's a camera in there sort of guarding him in a way. And this guy is here, which is incredibly annoying. What will happen if I do that? Will he go this way or through the door? He'll go this way. Wow, weird evidence. Almost above eye level. Oh, Jaeger's here. Well, that's kind of good, actually, because there's a spot you can lose her right in this room. You see, like, that sort of camera is the sort of camera that is stupid annoying, in my opinion. Because if it had been facing the other way when I bashed that door in, it would have spotted me. End of story, nothing I could do. But yeah, since this is a crawl space area, the Jaeger can't get me in here, and so she'll just leave. And we can actually see, maybe we can get a 1 cycle here if he does run this way when we pop him. If it would let me actually use that item. He did. And then we wait until he's about to run the other direction. And hit him with a brick. And then we hit him with that brick. And yeah, this will be a nice 1 cycle. As long as I don't mess up the brick throw. You have to wait until his iframes are over before you throw the last brick there. Otherwise he might just tank it and not actually get staggered. Used to not be that way. They used to not have those iframes. You could just pop them with the microwave device and then instantly hit them with a brick, and then hit them with another brick like mid stumbling animation, and it wouldn't it would just like reset it. But that was removed, nerfed, whatever you want to say. I think there's some more throwables here. Yeah, plenty to go around. We could also, I guess we could technically do the secret room thing, which I wouldn't even claim to fully know how to do, where you can like lure the witness into the secret room somehow, and then he doesn't know how to leave. But he's all the way over here. Yeah, I love that for me. Close the door in my own face. Wait, there's no crawl space here, dude? Hello? I don't even know what's going on with this map sometimes. Pitchers throwing Molotovs. What the fuck are you doing, bitch? Oh my god, I thought he was coming down the hallway. Why wouldn't he be? Pitcher's definitely gonna see me in the dark here. Let's... Jesus, man, just chaos. And why is the pitcher around again, by the way? Like, fuck off. Okay. Can we actually do something here? Is this gonna... Are we just gonna get instantly spotted again? Okay. No way you heard that one footstep! Okay, but even though the witness tried to block it with his face, it still hit the Night Hunter. So we can get 2 hits on this guy. And then just go this way. Not get hit again. We got another schematic, so things are looking decent for that to be the secondary that we can complete. Here's the witness delivering himself to us. Very nice. And where was the other button for this? Do I know? I don't know. Oh, it was in this hallway, wasn't it? Because we saw it on our way out. Yeah. Boop! There we go. And we got the achievement, or sorry, not achievement, task for discovering the secret room. There's also a task for using Master Key. So we can grab that. Bring that with us. Health booster might as well. And we just used our rig, so let's recharge it back up. We are just headed to the finale, but, you know, why not avail ourselves of all the resources available in the secret room. And there's our final schematic as well, so that's a W for the secondary. And yeah, I have no idea where the broadcast could be. We just simply did not find it, but not the end of the world. Because we got the schematics, and now we just need to drop that thing as well. I kind of forgot I even was holding it. I know there's a brick here we can grab. And let's get ready for the big finale. Oh boy, I wonder if Coil's actually going to come out today and try to defend the judge. Also got to be careful of cameras in this back area. I know they can sometimes be a bit devious. Oh, the floor grid, definitely. Dang it. There we go. Coil spawning over there, so he'll probably come out from one of those doors on the right, so I'll just stay looking at that. You can usually, I mean, as long as you do the objective quickly, so I'm still going to glance to the left. As long as you do the panel quickly, he will usually just obviously instantly come. Oh! What the hell? How did he ever get through that door? When I was literally, what the hell? Usually he would get like knocked back by the door and not get inside. That was very odd. Surprised he didn't also BS me with a little bit of damage there too. Of course, all these containers are not locked that we're finding. I did the other panel because why not? Coil's probably on the left side right now, so this will give us a little more leeway. Well, I will keep checking. Guys, you know the rules, of course. Head on a swivel left and right, because you never know which way he's going to come through. And definitely, you never know if he's going to clip through the door or whatever you want to say he did there. Is he going to come all the way back, or... Okay, that was a poor use of bottle. Oh, and I stepped on glass. Oh, dang it. Well, oh, nice. I will do this. So that's another demerit to our list. I'm just gonna throw this in there. And that should probably be enough for us to finish off the judge here, I would assume. Oh, wait, it was way closer than I thought to being done. I thought we hadn't even done the arms yet, so that's a W. And now we just need to get out of here. We have like one camera spot and then I don't know, one piece of glass touched. I'm just doing this for the task, so we just need to unlock, I think, one more. Be nice if I could find one. There we go, and we'll get a rig recharger for the very end of the trial here. Gotta love the master key. There we go. Task completed. Use a master key 3 times, and now let's head to the shuttle. Use the handy dandy window that I always like to do. I guess the broadcast could be somewhere in these like back areas or whatever. Oh, you hello. Thank you, little workman. For some reason I thought this was a bottle. Why does it like kind of look like a bottle in my inventory? Like, no, I'll concede the point on that one. I'm just insane. We'll just stun coil here. Oh, and we got a camera with it as well. So yeah, a bunch of random camera and sound trap demerits there at the end, but shouldn't be enough to tamper with our grade since sound traps don't really count for that much. And we did get the schematics, of course, so that is enough for the grade. The broadcast is not required. So that is it. A+ in 18 minutes, 20 seconds. Vindicate the Guilty under surveillance psychosurgery here. And let's see, we had 2 detected by cameras, but it is cut off. It should have some sound trap triggers underneath as well. So not very clean, but successful, so I will take it. And we're going to be heading to Poison the Medicine, unfortunately, for our final full trial. Alright, we're here for Poison the Medicine. I'm actually going to swap out to... Never mind, I need to upgrade my blind. Unfortunate. I will not swap out to it. We'll stick with the only area I have upgraded right now, which is Stun. Haven't bought anything on this relapse, really. Thankfully, we did get a stamina booster, but I am going to save it for the pushing of the cart, because that part can be very annoying. And wait, the giant didn't get triggered by that bottle I threw. I thought that they would. So we kind of wasted the bottle there. And then that screamer I just wasn't trying to deal with. Okay, gotta be careful of cameras in the yard. Where? Oh, I got a brick here. Good. Okay. A little bit awkward everything's going on right now, but we should be good to get in here. But yeah, especially on MK challenges on this map, I know cameras are very annoying. I don't know how bad they'll be on the main Smash like. Hello to Frankie. And we'll get started here. You know, I guess we haven't really had poison. Well, no, we had it not too long ago on an event. Did we have it in Winter Kills? I don't know. They all blend together at this point. There's too many to remember. But honestly, it's been quite a while since we've had single week rotation for this long of a time. So it's gonna be it's 5 weeks guaranteed, and we're assuming that a new event is gonna start. I mean, these are events, but it's still like a weekly rotation. And you know, it's been honestly a decent amount of time since we've had that much time between events. Maybe even not since the last flashback, but even then you can't really consider it the same because those were still 2-week rotations. So we're gonna have a lot of content, you know, this month on the YouTube channel this month and probably next, assuming the update does happen when most people think it will, which is that's an annoying one. I'm just gonna get rid of it. And we got destroy 20 cameras, so that's nice. We do think it is going to come on, what is it, February 10th is the last flashback? I don't honestly... I've not been keeping too close track of the dates, although I should try and look a little bit more closely at them so I can take the day off work for the patch day. Hello. Hi. Hi, Amelia. What was I saying? I got distracted by Amelia and now I'm being pounced. Hopefully I didn't take damage yet from that if this fucking guy hits me. At least we got the drug packet off so we can put a new one on. That pouncer location is really grief. I should have thrown a brick at it, but someone's bashing down planked up doors and stuff. Oh, it was the pouncer, actually. I thought it would have been the machete guy. No use risking that tripping me up later, since again, we do have plenty of throwables, I guess, I would say, with the lack of limited items, so using them liberally to make the map a little more safe is definitely advisable. Hopefully he doesn't see me here, so I still have enough time. Did he not even hear me? Man, noise reduction is crazy. But there we have the first shift at the drive-thru, and we actually have a regular stamina booster here, so I am going to use that for this because this push is much less dangerous and much less annoying than the second push, which is where I'll use my stamina booster. You do got to be careful for cameras along the push route, which would be very annoying, but I don't see any just yet. And it looks like we were quick enough that the grunt is probably not going to be an issue. He has spotted us here, but does he even chase all the way, or he might just not? Yeah, I don't think he will. This is a bit outside of where he wants to be, so we're already here at the train depot, so not too bad. I'll drop the booster here so we can free a spot for the decoder, and hopefully Franco isn't too much of an issue in the area here. Oh, there's a blue schematic out of the corner of my eye. I'm not going to go out of my way to try and get the other secondary done, but I'll certainly pick them up if I see them. Honestly, this event, if you want to complete all of the tasks, might require more than the 9 trial completions, unless you just try and farm them because of the rig uses. I mean, I guess you could also do those. You can probably do the rig ones in escalation too, so that's probably not actually a big deal, but doing all those in just the 9 trials, unless you're like spamming your rig, is a little bit tough. But anyway, let's look for these alignments. There's one right there. The problem with these alignment objectives sometimes is if you gotta be, I guess you just have to be careful when you're going to the alignment spot. You can get kind of lost or like, not lost, but like blinded by the fact that you found one. What is that? Oh, that's like the reflection through my window out of the corner of my eye or something. You can get kind of blinded by the fact that you found one and want to line it up and end up walking into a mine, or in this case, a camera, which is very annoying when that happens. 814 is the code for this, so we can punch that in and then head upstairs. Not sure where Franco actually was with his breathing there. I will smash this and bring it around. So far, not a ton of cameras in the train depot. Looks like that's the pusher. Hey, we got that task for hitting an enemy. No, we got spotted. Hitting an enemy within 10 seconds of them spawning. So that's kind of funny. Bully the pusher, he deserves it. Bully the screamers because they're super annoying. Get the pouncer out of there. We're using this brick for everything. Alright, let's see if we can find this alignment. It's probably not on this side at this point. Boy, there's so many adrenalines around, it feels like. Just seeing them everywhere. That's a grunt over there. Thought that light was a camera for a second. That would have sucked to open a door. Damn it, bro. Fucking red carpets on this fucking map. I didn't see the wire at all. I hate that lit up area in particular for wires. Like, there's not often wires there, and so if I'm not just like totally locked in paranoid, I forget to check it. And of course, the one time I forget to check it, it's there. But here's the sun. Okay, I did not want to slide there. 149 is the code. But yeah, that's a super annoying damage taken. Hopefully that will be the last thing. But yeah, I mean, it's lit up and those things are so hard to see without the night vision. So it kind of is what it is. And just try not to make any more mistakes. This is unfortunate that we have to bash this. And the Screamer! Sometimes Screamers are just the fucking worst. And now the pitcher is out, because why wouldn't he be? Pitcher is out to... No way he comes up here, by the way? Okay. I would have raged low-key. Franco. Oh my god.
You're gonna stain my suit! Call me a minute! Call me a minute!
Yo, I like barely heard his breathing before he came out of that door. That was very close. Maybe that will be enough to distract people and we can start working our way back. Though this is... Walking out into the light at this moment would be quite greedy. Since Franco's probably still over there somewhere. Could easily shoot us. Yeah, he's still over there. I just heard him speak, so... Giving up on the chase with that voice line, but where's he going to head? There he is. He just jumped down.
Shit, careful.
Little shitter. Okay. And the pitcher's out there. Hopefully leaving soon so they're not in our way for the finale. Or not the finale, the push. I talk about finale. Well, Franco's going upstairs. He's the main threat. We just need to... Yeah. Wait for that guy to path away a little bit. And we should be in the clear. Although we are not coming out of this unscathed. We did sadly hit a stupid tripwire. Okay. Use our stamina booster and try and push this as fast as possible. The giant did spawn in the favorable location back at the back of the fish market, so that is a huge benefit to us, and thanks to the stamina booster, we've essentially just locked in mostly a free push, although the grunt here at the lab could still interrupt us if he wants. It appears that is not what he's interested in today, so a completely free pushback. I will never complain about that, and we can get started on our second shift here at the drive-thru window. I'll bring these ones over immediately to avoid having to go back into the bright light, which is over that one spot where the cart is. I didn't check Fish Market for the secret room, so it's possible we missed it over there. But I think I did look at both places in the train depot that it could have been and didn't spot it. Load up packet number 2. And this is just the fun, enjoyable poison the medicine where you have to do this 5 times over the course of the trial, the same exact little loop. But I've done enough trial complaining for one video, surely. I'm honestly looking forward to the MKs. The MK set does seem quite decent, so should be fun. And thankfully this grunt has been shockingly reasonable. The cocaine grunt, as it's known by many, has been fairly reasonable for us today. Not trying to kill me at every given opportunity. Hopefully he will remain so for the first poison pour here. Ooh, it appears, well, he might actually just do his weird path into that corner. Oh my god, it's just like barely the perfect distance so that he doesn't hear it. That's pretty wild. So yeah, I'll take that. Let's head into the boat, and under the through the garage we will get started with. What the? Screamer tries to grief me. Also, here's another red area, which is incredibly annoying and will easily hide camera lights. So do be careful. Seems we didn't get any offenders in this case, but yeah, very easy to miss. Pusher's there for some reason, and the giant was bearing down on that hallway, so yeah, I don't need to deal with you today. Let's do that, and hopefully that will secure. Oh, well, that's an interesting camera, isn't it? We are playing it a bit fast and loose at the moment, for sure. The Night Hunter is doing his usual bullshit. I love that. That's where that is exactly where I wanted to throw that. And I'm glad you recognized that, game. Slide to avoid the camera? Did that actually work? I don't know. I don't think I saw the canister sign on the door, so I don't think it's down here. Yeah, no. So we just need to go upstairs, probably. Yeah, it's on the door to the upstairs right there. Let's close that. Lock it up for our good friend. Give him a job to do. He loves jobs. And we get a brick as well. Of course, there's this nice little trick that can help you get down from here very easily without taking damage by clicking on the glass instead of jumping through it. You will not take damage. Only works when the glass is there. Also, maybe not fully advisable when there's potential cameras in the vicinity, but hey, I did say we are playing it a bit fast and loose right now, and that certainly applies. Just need to retrieve the other bottle that we left over here, which does not seem to be guarded in any way, and we'll be out of this annoying area for the rest of the trial. Nice. Still gotta deliver these stupid things over. You know, one thing I really hope they add in the near future is more... we can just close this and she'll leave. Dumbass. Always good to know where you can lose the Jaeger. But, what was I gonna say again? Oh yeah, they need to add more functionality and just more stuff in general to the status orbs, I guess I would call it. Of course, we have warmth, which is perfect. It shows you a circle which fills up as you get warmth and reduces as you lose it. But then we also have freezing, which doesn't really have much function aside from if you somehow don't notice the massive amount of frost building up on the outsides of your screen that you're about to take cold damage. It would be very nice if instead the freezing ball had also a bar that slowly filled up, and then when it was full you would start taking damage from the freezing. That would be very nice.
Get me what I paid for.
Okay, what are you doing? That is some pathing if I've ever seen it. You were going over there to check what exactly? Oh, the market? Stupid fucking cans into a camera. Lovely. The grade is just tanking. But yeah, similarly, there should be a status symbol for the acid or whatever. Poison, I guess, is what it really is. This stuff that we're carrying and that we were just subjected to inside of the Chemco. There should be a similar circle for that slowly fills up, and then you start taking damage. It's honestly kind of confusing why there's a circle for freezing and not for this gas stuff or for toxic shock, because they're the same effects, essentially. They are slowly building up over time, and then if you're in them for too long, you then take damage. And if anything, the cold freezing damage is the one that's easiest to notice without the status ball on the side of your screen. Now, in reality, the reasoning for the current discrepancy is probably because the latest map, Resort, makes use of the freezing mechanic, and so they took that as an opportunity to add that additional little information. I just hope it gets expanded in coming patches to be more helpful and apply to more things. We need to crank, of course, and the cocaine grunt is acting up, so we gotta wait. This is usually where blind often comes in very handy, and is why I would have wanted to bring it, but didn't feel like going back to the loading screen to go level it up, and so we're stuck with stun, which is available. Let's crank this as much as we can right now. I can't see him very easily. We might be able to finish this. You know, it's tough to say, but I think if I had actually finished it by cranking for another like millisecond, I might have just taken damage right there. Give me one moment. You don't want to forget to hydrate, folks. You really don't. But yeah, we gotta wait for this guy to calm down, and the pusher or the pitcher came out as well over there. And then we must transfer the drugs to the ship prior to beginning the finale sequence. Okay, pal, can you give it up? There you go. Okay, close the door, would you? Ah, he didn't want to close the door. Oh well. That should be plenty enough distance for us to tap this for the half second that it needs, and then grab our first batch of 3 and scurry on over to the ship. Oh, okay. Really? He actually saw me there? That's surprising. But should be okay. He doesn't usually like come back all the way back here. Load up our first batch of 3 there. Is he right on the other side of the door? Sounds like it. Yep. How did I know? Is he gonna come try and search this bed? No. Good. So we can just leave him in the dust and head back to the lab for our second batch, and then finally get started on this finale, which I hope goes off without a hitch, because we are pretty badly, we're not in great shape as far as the grade is concerned at this point, I don't think. Smash like, and wait for Franco to do his spiel. But yeah, we've definitely triggered quite a few sound traps, gotten spotted by cameras at least once. I can't really remember exactly if there was multiple, but not only that, we've gotten hit by a tripwire in the train depot, which is probably the worst part. And what's definitely not going to help us is someone coming, some reinforcement X-Pop coming out of that downstairs door the instant I came down here. That is certainly not good. And there is a camera right there, which I am actually going to get rid of with stun because I don't like this position I'm in whatsoever. To be clear. Okay, picture's still. Oh my god. I'm dead. Yeah. I'm not dead, but the run is probably dead. After that. My character decides to grab that door, huh? That's the door you think was a good idea to grab? The one on top of Franco? I mean, I'm not going to bother resetting at this point, but we may have to do another run of my least favorite main trial in the game, so that's a big shame. Of course, even with the cooldown reduction, it is basically a full cooldown length of any normal cooldown amount. Maybe we can come out and just go for this. Start stuffing the mules. We still have to saw the other ones, so we're certainly not in the clear by any means. Because we have to go back up, and there's 2 cameras in a way. I'm actually gonna go check the back room for throwables before we go upstairs. It's just so annoying how loud this thing is. Okay, we just need one more thing to throw to get rid of the one on the stairs as well. Hey, we got our last schematic. Maybe that will be enough. Like, I don't know if the buff stacks from getting both done because this is a unique scenario. So maybe that will be enough to help me out. Oh wait, I forgot I stunned that one. We can get rid of this instead. This is also at least certainly luring Franco out, so we can do another run down this way, and hopefully he shouldn't be down here anymore. And we can finish things off here. Just trying to listen for Franco. I don't hear the breathing, so we'll go for it here. And just need to head to the shuttle now. I really hope we still get the A+, but I certainly wouldn't be surprised if we are knocked down a peg for our numerous mistakes. And it is my own fault at the end of the day. But I really think that the red carpet with red laser shit is really just annoying. You know, anything to get my grade up, I think those types of things count for something. We do have rig in 20 seconds, so we'll probably just wait for that and then double rig for whatever it's worth. And it'd be nice if we could destroy maybe a couple more cameras with this brick. There's one over there we can get and grab this. Use a healing item. We're really trying to salvage this from the depths, if possible. I don't really know if there's going to be any other cameras over that way, but I definitely prefer going this way in the modern era. Back in the day, I certainly used to take the long way around there. Okay, hit Franco from way downtown there. Hit the button and give him another piece of my mind from around the corner. Alright, we did all we could. We expended all our resources. Hopefully it pulls us back from the A. Oh yes, we got it. Thank God. Okay, A+, 27 minutes, 19 seconds, poison medicine, under surveillance, psychosurgery here. Not the quickest time in the world, But yeah, despite the 2 damage, 2 surveillance camera detections, and what is probably at least 2 sound trap triggers that are cut off from the report, we did manage to get the A+. So no need to redo, and we're done with all the main trials. So we're moving on to the MKs now, and we'll see what's up first. It might be Investigate or something, I don't know. Okay, after a quick little rebirth to get rid of some of my tokens that were nearly capped, we are here on Teach the Police Officer, which, so as usual, I was incorrect about the next trial. I switched over to X-Ray for this one, which I purchased and upgraded, just because there is a task to spot like 20 enemies with X-Ray or something, I don't know. I'm probably going to have to do more trials after this if I want to get the rewards, and I probably will, even though I should already have both posters just because I'm paranoid. And I mean, I absolutely have both posters, right? But whatever. Anyway, we're gonna do Teach here, get the keys. We got Star and Spade. We need to, honestly, probably the secondary will take us most time out of anything on this trial. And we can maybe showcase the potential use of X-Ray to peek into a room before you can open it. And see, yeah, grab the bottle and see if there is a reel in there or not. Although we don't seem to have like any door spawns on this top floor. I'm just going to use this, by the way, whatever. Okay, we do have the bunny door here, so let's check. Yeah, I don't see a reel in there, and we already instantly spotted 3 enemies apparently. So I would assume, but it could be wrong, like I might not even know what it would look like, but I assume that there is not a reel in the bunny room. So that's good to know. I wonder how much of the X-ray task we got done. It'd be nice to just do it all here. We got some really weird RNG on these doors. We probably have 2 in admin or something. And then a bunch in the basement, maybe. Maybe 1 in the cafeteria. Oh, please. This is why the cameras suck, bro. Spot me while I'm unlocking the door, locked in the animation. What the f— I jumped in place. I could have probably avoided that, but I jumped in place by accident. Oh, that was detrimental to my health and my grade. A giant just randomly in that room, so that is unfortunate. We do have a spade here, so we can get 2 keys. Grab the bunny key that we probably don't need to use, and the fire key, and I guess we head to the basement. Are you trying to finish me off here? That's not good. Yeah, we don't even have one in the cafeteria, so. Fucking cameras. Well, at least that answers our question of, do we take a full bar of damage? We do not. I'm going to use X-ray again, just immediately, because I'm basically only using it for the task. And just run around. Looks like we're going to need at least 1 more use. Fire door is here. So is foil. Who is annoying. Oh, and there's a camera. Yeah, there's always so many cameras on the frickin' stairs, man. I'm hoping destroying cameras gives me a decent amount of grade points back. This might give me a hit, honestly. There's no reel in here, but we can at least heal up a bit. Maybe a schematic would be offered to us in this area. Alright, heal up to full. Oh, he saw me there. I mean, it makes sense that he would, to be honest. The game let me jump over things, please, man, please. Okay, so we probably
Never believed this shit back.
diamond, star. So I don't know where the club door is. Not really sure where that's going to be. Yeah, I can't really think of a location that I would expect to find it. So hopefully we just find the reel in here and we don't have to worry. And we do. So W. And we also have the broadcast here, so we don't need to go searching for the other schematics. I need to get back or something. Get rid of that. I'm surprised we didn't get the task for X-ray yet, considering we got the 3 enemies spotted one the instant I used it for the first time. Let's check. Which one has X-ray? We've got 14. Okay. So I'm not even sure that another use will get it, but we'll probably get one more in before the end of the trial. Hey, Amelia.
We have to get as many reagents to go at once as we can.
Bye-bye. Nice to see you. We did get a task for finding 3 TVs, so that's good. And let's just head upstairs. Plenty of bricks to use against potential cameras to maybe recover some grade points. That one I did here, swiveling back and forth, as I mentioned you could do. Our X-ray is like halfway cooled down, so I might just... Oh, what the hell? Oh, that's nice. We do only need one more schematic. I assume destroying cameras is pretty decent for getting back grade points. But again, I don't know if it would be worth it for me to go look for this schematic. I am going to just drop this here and then do a quick lap around to that door. Just because I'd like to use my X-ray one more time. And that gives me the easiest route in doing so. Hey, maybe we'll find a schematic inside the bunny door. Although I might have noticed it on the X-ray had I paid attention. Okay. Let's just try and run quickly around here to potentially spot additional enemies. There we go. Spot 20 enemies with the X-ray rig. We got that task out of the way, and we can wrap this trial up. Although I may not even have an A+ here, we may have to redo it. But that's not the end of the world. I quite enjoy Teach Police Officer. One of my more favorite MKs. Gotta believe this crackhead on the way out. It is tradition. Smash like. And oh, he went that way. Get back here, you son of a bitch. Alright, get out of here. Be gone from my sight. And let's see if our extracurricular activities have salvaged us enough points to maintain the A+ or not. Shall we? It did indeed. A+ 7 minutes 53 seconds. Teach Police Officer under surveillance psychosurgery here. And X-ray successfully 20 times exactly. Yeah, damage twice, cameras twice. So thankfully we did get the points back from it. But yeah, we've got plenty more MKs to go. I'll probably see if I can choose a different rig here. I don't really know, because you do need a lot of stuns and a lot of blinds to get these tasks done. 20 blinds or 20 heals, although I could actually just do schematics. So I don't actually need... I could do schematics and completing trials, so that one is all good. This one we have 1 that we'll do. 1 here, don't get spotted by camera, so that's 2, 3... 4, so we just need 1 more, so I guess we can just continue using stun actually and try and get enough stuns. And so we just need to find schematics, complete trials, and not get spotted by a camera, and use Lockbreaker. So alright, Lockbreaker will work well with trying to get more stuns too. So we're going to be heading off to, we might as well look now, Deface the Futtermans. So I'll see you guys there for that trial. We'll probably bring Lockbreaker. Alright, we're here at Deface the Futtermans, and I've switched over to Stun and Lockbreaker, so we're going to try and farm rig rechargers and get a bunch of stuns off for the task. as you kind of have to focus on the tasks in this if you want to get them all done while doing just the 9 trials one time. So yeah, it is nice that we have, of course, the hearts on this trial to potentially help us against cameras. We've got 2 cameras down. Wait, what? You're in there? If I get... Oh, this will be a 2 for 1 stun for the task. I really thought that pouncer was like in there or something, or like in the back hall behind Pinup Alley even. I don't know. Ears don't work properly, I guess, but not the end of the world. Well, potentially not. This is awful. I guess it's fine. The pitcher, though, is not fine. Usually. Okay. Somehow we have essentially escaped that threat. Ooh. Quick target hit there before sneaking in. We have 2 bricks now. But we do need to actually find... Uh-oh. Okay, we're fine. We do need to actually find those locked containers to smash off. Well, I guess this counts? I didn't actually read the task, so I don't know if it requires it to be a container. There we go. There's our broadcast, nicely enough. I actually did this trial just recently on my escalation run. And the broadcast was literally at the shuttle. There's like a table right next to the shuttle, and the broadcast was on that, so that was pretty crazy. Still need to open up the diner to get access to the hearts in there. Can you not just stand here, please? Thanks. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. The pitcher is not still around, bro. Fuck off. Yeah, definitely vault and then make a noise instead of doing the jump I was aiming for. Definitely. Okay, and the pitcher is literally running to this shuttle door, of all things. Get the fuck out of this trial, you bitch. Hell! I'm about to crash out. I'm actually about to crash out on this pitcher bullshit, man. We're not being actually serious. Yeah, leave! Good God. I hate that guy. And we didn't even get the battery. Also, this just, again, as usual, goes to show how OP noise reduction is. Normally I would have no trouble avoiding these enemies while permanently sprinting around. Okay, let's see. We did lose our bricks, but I also haven't actually found like any locked containers to use them on. Well, there's one. I mean, I want to find locked blue containers so I can actually get the rig rechargers for my other task. Hello? Hello? Make the target possible to hit, please. Thank you. Okay, so we're done with this sector. We just need to go to the next one. And this trial is a good example of the phenomenon I was talking about during Vindicate. And it's that Mama is full of shit and it just hits me because the slide doesn't trigger. Great. Yeah, that's cool that that's locked. I'm a big fan of that, and I'm dead. Okay. She's supposed to be at the diner, but she chases me that far. Whatever. That was not pretty. We're going to run it back. Alright, let's try this again. Playing a bit sloppy today, absolutely. I'll be the first to admit. But, you know, having to be so locked in for this no loadout, no revives escalation run, when I'm doing these event videos, I like to, you know, just let loose and act like a bit of a crazy person, maybe. Maybe that's how it is, you know? Get rid of you. There is a... Alright, perfect. This is what we were trying to do last trial, but never got the opportunity. And we now have a rig recharger on hand. And hey, we'll just use it immediately to farm off of that guy, since what is he doing in that hallway? I don't know. Let's do that. And there you go, break 3 locks using bricks, so it is both types of locks. And you know, I do really like that task. I think it's cool that they, you know, maybe some people don't even know about Lockbreaker, you know, newer players or things like that, and they don't even know how to complete that task. And they learn more about the game as a result of it. Hi, Amelia. I don't know, or I don't think there's been another task like that since this event. And I definitely remember being happy about it the first time around too. So I don't know why they wouldn't have reran a task similar to that. As usual, the pathing is just a completely mystifying experience, but we can please proceed at this point. And you know, that's a twofer, so I'll take it. We are task maxing right now with this approach. But we just need... I don't know where the thing is going to be this time. Oh, son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. I mean, when they stay behind the stupid little barricade for so long, it's actually infuriating, I'm not gonna lie. There's a reason this is known by cops as the Rage Bait trial. Looks like this is the only way through, and this will be where the wire will take us to open up the thing for more hearts, so we'll do that. The picture is out. Yay. So happy to see the picture, said no one ever. How about this time? There we go. No instant juke back behind the shield. And last one must be over there. Oh? Throwing from downtown, are we? And then turning around immediately in confusing fashion. Wait, what? Yeah. Okay, we don't have... Oh my fucking god, bro. This video is just example after example of why the picture is the fucking worst. Okay, can we get this and move on? Nope. Thank you. Let us proceed. Hopefully not with Mama in hot pursuit again and killing us. W lockbreaker here, get us through this annoying padlock. And there's another rig recharger. But this grunt is nearby. Okay, I did not expect him to be over there, I guess. Thought he would be closer than that, or like behind the counter of the... What is this pathing? Like, they just turn around. Gooseberry.
It's Gooseberry.
rage baiting me this time. 2 more to go. There's 1. And hopefully we can find like a brick or something over here. There's like this closet. Fucking duck on the counter. Yeah, this is why I often rage about this map, is because the fucking counters that you have to jump over all the time are always hiding some bullshit on the other side, and you land directly on it. There's glass, there's fucking, you know, what we just ran into. Alright. Yeah, it's not gonna work out. Swing. Bye. Also, there's probably a camera behind this door. But... oh, there's not. Well, even worse, because now there's probably... there's almost always, I find, a camera at the top of... oh, perfect timing on Jaeger. Smash like, she's gone. A camera at the top of these stairs, and you might have noticed there were really not that many cameras in this map at all, so... just, you know, another example of the phenomenon I was talking about. Is there actually a camera? The problem is of this fucking blinding light, it's also very hard to actually see the camera, but it looks like it actually isn't there. Which is surprising, because I swear there's almost always a camera up there. We didn't get that spawn, I don't think. Thankfully, these targets don't juke and rage bait, so you don't have to worry about it. And there we go. We can proceed with stun in hand for the goose. So I'll just use that here. And so we made some good, hopefully some good progress on the stuns needed for the task, despite a couple of moments of rage. It wasn't too bad of a trial to complete. And this is where I had the broadcast, by the way. I was like on that table, which is kind of wild. But thankfully I didn't spend too long looking for it beforehand. That was actually the final trial of the stream the other day, so. Hey, we didn't get spotted by any cameras because there basically weren't any, so that made it easy. A plus 7 minutes 49 seconds. Deface the Futtermans under surveillance psychosurgery here. And that is 1 sanity loss, right? Because that stupid psychosis mine that we jumped directly on top of. There are 4 more MKs left to go, I believe, so I will probably be heading to the next one right after this. Alright, next up we have Escape the Courthouse, which I have swapped back to noise reduction 4 just because those pesky witnesses can very easily get spooked if you're making too much noise. And I think we should be fine on the stun rig uses for the task by the end. Actually, I will go ahead and pin that one, which is in here. Yeah, we need 9 more in 4 trials. I mean, maybe actually we should be a little bit diligent about grabbing some of these, but if we get some 2-for-1s, that will certainly help. And yeah, we'll keep a diligent eye on that. It's nice that they give you a bit of leeway in terms of completing all the rig tasks, because they are quite extensive. You know, you need a lot of rig uses for most of them. And we can get rid of that guy. I don't know if was that camera not moving briefly, or what was the deal with it there. I'm not sure, but let's get... ooh, good. We got this spawn, which we can actually one cycle with just the half brick that we have on us. Hit him from there. He takes a long walk. Sit him down with the brick and send him to his grave. Nice and simple. Okay. There we go. Brick. And, you know, I don't want to mess with that. We would like to have a full brick for the last section, if possible. But there should be bricks in the courtyard here that we can take. There's usually a decent number of spawns. Careful now. Let's check the... oh, did we get this early spawn? We did. Very nice. Let's use my stun rig here. tried to throw it at the wall to potentially hit someone else as well, but hit the bookcase. Oh, it's Jaeger. What the hell? I don't think there's any guaranteed Jaeger avoidance spots on this trial, so I will just try and be careful and not get caught out by her. Of course, we dealt with her more than plenty in last week's event. I don't think this one really comes around. He usually just leaves. Oh no, I was wrong. I am the worst. Unfortunate. You can't hit them with the killing blow when they're on their way out of the shuttle, which is something I knew. I don't know how I missed that brick, really, but we can just get him from over here. And that opens up the last area, but we still need either the broadcast or 3 schematics. I would like to start getting some schematics if I could, because the other task I'm trying to complete is for schematics. So we could look for one in here maybe. We also got a couple of bricks, which is what we're looking for. There is a schematic. Very good. And now we can just head to the final. No! How do I get spotted by a camera, bro? Through the window bullshit, like I mentioned, could happen. Actually, I do want to check this tiny room for a schematic, to be honest. It's a very common one on that cart, but no luck. And we can get actually just barely through before Henrietta shows up. And we get spotted again by the camera, because I was trying to rush to get over here. Okay, we did get this one. It's not ideal to get the boarded up doors here, especially when he doesn't actually follow through with the behavior that you expect, and then immunes your brick and everything goes south. So that was unfortunate. But we do have another schematic at least, so we just need one more of those, or the broadcast could show up and I wouldn't be too upset about that. Unfortunately, Henrietta is here to ruin our fun. Just wait for her to come around and then jump this desk. She should be leaving soon-ish, so hopefully we won't have to deal with her for too much longer. Who is that? Okay, pretty annoying, everything that's going on right now. Just get the hit on the witness. He was going to try and attack us anyway. And I don't think I was realistically ever going to get the 2 hits in on him there. So we can just try and catch him again. Back on the other side. Berserker, of course, always highly dubious and scary, but mostly because of him being buggy as opposed to being actually a threatening enemy. But anyways, we can finish off the witness here. But again, we do still need to finish off the secondary before we skedaddle on out of here. So let's look for our A schematic somewhere. Could be on this counter. We might need to go back to library side to look for one. As I'm not super sure where we could specifically search for one in the front areas, aside from where we already got one. We didn't go into the... What a dumb... Figure it out, game. What a dumb way to step on glass, but... Yeah, we're not being that meticulous with things. There we go. Schematic number 3, and we don't need to worry about the annoying to find broadcast. And now we can head out the front door and be gone from the trial. Oil stun puts us up to 18, which is still pretty far off, to be frank. Throw a bottle to distract the giant, and smash like to finish off the trial. Get these cameras out of here, we're destroying them all. So yeah, I think we got maybe spotted by, yeah, we did get spotted by a camera like through glass, through a window. Windows are made of glass, guys. Breaking news. And then some glass on the floor we stepped on. 2 tasks with the exact same description completed, but for the 2 separate parts of the event. It's kind of weird how that's worked out, but detected by cameras 6 times? What? A plus 7 minutes 18 seconds escape the courthouse under surveillance psychosurgery. How do you figure 6 times? I do not recall that taking place, but maybe I was unaware that I got detected at certain points. I have no idea how that happened, but at least we still got the A+. That's way higher than of a number than I expected to see on any of my demerits, but whatever, we'll take it. 3 more MKs to go for under surveillance. Alright, we are on to Incinerate the Toys here, which should be interesting. It's quite RNG if you get cameras that are pointing at your track or not. Unfortunately, we did not get the stamina booster, which would be especially useful on this trial where we gotta push this cart. Looks like we actually could have had a camera on us if we went that way, but we got lucky and get to go this way instead. And we have to go back the other direction though to get our key. So I'll push this all the way. That will attract the giant, and I can head up this way to hopefully get myself a free pass to the West Dock offices. But I was not trying to take the chance of that camera zapping me. Unfortunately, I was hoping it would also hit the giant, but it did not. So we did not increment our task, which is not ideal. I don't like this. Okay. Need to keep an eye out for lockpicks, and then, of course, the blue containers to use them on. But we can at least open up the way into the main part of the trial. Okay. That is... Oh, sure. You're blind. Slow push to avoid the much different sound detection range. And fast push now because someone else is spawning. We actually got what I would consider the better track direction for this. We don't have to go around where that grunt is usually patrolling. And for the most part, it seems our track is fairly free of camera obstructions. We need the foreman's office for our key though, which is almost as far away as you can get. That's not good. Pushers on us with no stamina really to speak of. We have a, was that a schematic? Nice. We only need 2 more schematics now for both of the schematic tasks, I believe. And then after that, all that's remaining will be stun. Oh, God. Need to find the key in here. This is actually the foreman's office, thankfully, so careful of that pouncer. There's our key. And I was gonna grab the adrenaline. Where was the adrenaline? Over here somewhere. Over there. That'll be good for pushing the cart further. But it seems like most part we've gotten rid of cameras that are threatening. Problem with this map is, of course, it is a split spawn map, so there's a whole other half of it that we are not currently in, and that could contain secondary objective items, so we may need to traverse that area to look for them as well. Love that for me. Let's check for a schematic in here, maybe. No dice. Maybe one in the security room instead. Ah, it's a dang evidence. The bane of any schematic hunter. We can at least push this further, way further than I expected. Where is that guy? And open the gate, and then not finish the pushing because he would definitely catch up by then, but we do need to go look for secondaries anyway, so I have no problem coming back later to finish that off. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have anywhere in mind that I would immediately check for schematics or the broadcast on that side. So let's come over here. Unfortunately, we got another evidence. Picture spawning in. Hey, there we go. One more schematic. And we'll be good to go. Broadcast could also be like right here. Oh, it is. Oh, look at that.
You have to tell the world about Murkoff.
So that's good enough. For the grade, and we can find one more schematic in one of the other 2 MKs we have left.
Not how you hug, Mother Gooseberry.
Stun 20 enemies with the stun rig for the weekly task. Not exactly what we're looking to be completing right now, but no, why are you standing right there? You fucking asshole. And he's actually walking all the way over here. These grunts, there's one on either side of this Trials track, are always so annoying. They just don't want you to get this thing pushed the rest of the way. How is that not in the incinerator? Come on, man. I'm getting cheesed right now. Surely he just turned around, right? He's way out of line with his positioning. There we go. Just finished, like literally. I didn't even move. It was just like, boop. Millimeter more of pushing required there. Let's go hit the button and be gone. Although, oh, this is so greedy. But if I take a damage, I don't really care that much. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna die for it, so I'm just gonna leave. That's sad. If I didn't fuck up my jump angle, I would have not even gotten hit there, and I could have ran them around and gotten the Wrigley Charger for my task, but whatever. A plus 6 minutes, 27 seconds, Incinerate the Toys under failed psychosurgery here. Yeah, just gonna be the 1 damage, so I blew the flawless, but I had every intention of, or I guess not intention, I was fully prepared for that to happen because I figured I was going to get hit there and, you know, wanted to try for the Wrigley Charger for the task. But anyways, 2 trials left to go. I'll see you guys for the next one. Next we have Get Out the Vote here, which is probably the hardest trial in this entire event. I'm not going to lie, it's probably harder than all the main trials, although you could make an argument, I guess, for Poison the Medicine since it's just longer. But yeah, this trial often has some excessive amounts of fuckery from Franco and just the enemies in general. And we got to go do our chores, which is always a joyous experience. So yeah, of course, front door is padlocked, so we will take the way around. There is our last schematic for 2 tasks, and the one of the sets of tasks is now completely done. The only thing we need to complete the other set is the 5 stun rig uses that you see at the top left of my screen, and hopefully this lockpick can be our first step to getting those with a Wrigley Charger. Thankfully we have an early spawn here of that broadcast, so we can take that and not have to worry about actually finding 2 more schematics. Pretty annoying pusher spawn, and then the voting grunt heard my door smash. Okay, hopefully we can get over to the trial start now with a bit of a sprint. And yeah, keep a sharp eye out for blue boxes. That's the main idea here. Let's get our guy pushing so we can get outside and started with things for real. Pusher probably left by now, so he shouldn't be like right around this corner waiting to gas me. And is Franco right outside the gate? Seems maybe not. Yes, he is. He's right there. Okay, so we can't really push the guy very far because Franco camps like that. Although we could just do a stun and go here with this unlocked. Because it's really annoying when the guy starts going backwards. I'm gonna do it. And we got rid of a camera somewhere, I guess. So once he gets there, he is at the checkpoint and will no longer roll backwards. This is risky, I'll be the first to admit. But would love to continue maintaining the rig recharger situation to work on this task. We did get another schematic, not needed, but always welcome. Okay, Franco is gonna be way over there after all this. So there's another locked one if we find another lockpick. I should really head back to that first house now and get started on the numbers in there, since we should have a good window to do that. Wow, locked blue boxes all over the place. Somehow we're wanting for lockpicks instead this time. But I won't complain about that necessarily. I will complain about not finding any of the numbers. Hello? 3 is the last number. Every door in the house is locked, thanks to unreliable doors. 2.3. Pitcher, of course. 2.73. Gonna hide from the pitcher in here briefly. This is actually the room where he fucking cheesed me on this very trial. 2.73. Love having to unlock the door.
That's just what my eyes do.
So that building is 2.73. I don't even know if I'm gonna remember that, but with Franco being over there as well, I think it's certainly not smart to continue trying to complete that. Let's just head over here. Start this one up. Hey, there's the last schematic, so we got both secondaries done. Let's see, what do we got here? .9 dot. No fridge, really. Hello? .98. 4.98. Where's the one in this room? The fuck? Am I stupid? Oh, 4798. Okay. Reminding myself, I think that one in that other building was 2.73, right? Okay, we've got the voter here. I'll just throw that, whatever. I'll take this. Rig abusing to the max here. Have to. Okay, I heard Franco breathing back there. So he might have heard that bottle as well. We'll head back into here to try and find that last number. Which I think 2073 should be, right? Yeah, I did remember. How about that? 3 numbers. One of my best memory accomplishments of all time. We do need one more lockpick if we want to open this thing. Let's see if we can find one while they're conversing. Wow, containers everywhere. Looks like probably we're not going to find one, so we can come back here later if we do end up finding one, but we'll start pushing the guy to the next location first. We got a 2-for-1 there, so we just need one more stun rig hit for the task. And we got the guy pushed far enough. Third number's 0. Okay, we're in pretty good shape here. Oh. Someone coming out of that door, maybe? No, he changed his mind. Everything's locked as usual on unreliable doors. Oh. Zero's the third number. 1.10 dot 103. Okay, we just need the first number. Bit of chaos.
Watch your ass.
Last one's gonna be in like the kitchen or the front of the house area. Five 103. Okay, all numbers found, all chores completed. We just need to finish the pushing and vote collection. I never liked his face. Hi. Uh-oh. That's what I get for trying to cosplay or whatever. Wow, those are big pots. My God. Now, unfortunately, we don't have our rig. I have been spamming it, so I have no one to blame for that but myself, of course. But we did complete the tasks, so that's cool. We got both sets of tasks, like their final reward, and the only ones we're missing are all other rig uses, which I will not be going back and doing. Wait a minute, maybe we can do a little something here. Okay, that did distract Franco at least. I'm hoping it also got the picture. It did not get the picture. We at least got him to a checkpoint, and so he won't roll back. But yeah, this area is probably the hardest part to get past in the push, like getting him around this corner. And especially right this moment, it is a bit crowded out there with the pitcher being a bitch. And Franco being who knows where. As usual, he knows exactly where I am somehow and finds out how to annoy me to the maximum degree. He actually threw a Molotov there? That's crazy. Of course, not to mention this grunt showing up ever does not help matters. Somehow dodges my brick. He's actually the GOAT. And he's faster than me almost. We almost got him to the dark area, which is the key. Franco... Okay, maybe? Okay, we're in the dark area now, so hopefully we can just get him to the spot. There we go. Converse, discuss your politics, and then we'll be heading back to the school to complete the trial. Oh, we do? Oh, no. The other one is actually... I did not want to get in here. The other one is actually in the first house. The other lock pickable thing. Let's let Franco leave before we grab this ticket so that we can actually push the guy. Almost walked into me. Shut up, Franklin. Grab. And then let's push. Perfect. Should be unimpeded to the exit here, I would assume. Well, Voting Grunt could make an appearance, but hopefully we can deal with him. Overall, pretty smooth. Just going back and forth to the areas where we know that enemies aren't really present obviously helps. Also, the stun rig helps as well. I was harvesting rig rechargers quite often, throwing the rig with reckless abandon. And we can load up the tickets. And since I do have Smash, I am just going to go straight for the co-op door here to avoid having to deal with any potential nonsense or shenanigans like locked doors or other things around the rooms over there. And I think even the giant is inside, so the exit is just completely free. So there we go. That is a flawless, I believe, of Get Out the Vote, which will probably end up being the only flawless, unless I do flawless the next trial as well. So, you know, I'm pretty happy with that because, of course, it is, in my opinion, the hardest trial in this set. But yeah, there we go. Completion. A+ in 13 minutes, 13 seconds. Get Out the Vote. Under surveillance. Psychosurgery. Let me just validate that claim. And yes, it appears it was flawless. I don't remember having any demerits. They might be cut off if they did exist, but I don't think they do exist at all in the first place. So, one trial left to go. No tasks to worry about. So let's just get it done, and we'll wrap up the event. The final trial for Under Surveillance Flashback is Investigate the Minotaur here on the shopping mall. Let's really hope we get a stamina booster on this one. We've not gotten one, unfortunately. And, I mean, we haven't gotten very many stamina boosters in this set of trials, I don't think. I'm going to get rid of this camera because it's in an annoying spot and might catch me out at the end. If I remember right, cameras are pretty annoying on this map, so I'm going to try and make sure I'm equipped with throwables to deal with it. I don't know why I thought Investigate was earlier in the rotation when it's literally the last trial, but I guess I'm just a dumbass. There is the fuse box that we need to bring to, but we just need to head over to Spatlin, of course, here at the start. Get rid of that. Also, okay, the picture's coming out, lovely. Kind of hoping that we just stumble upon the broadcast here, because I'm not really looking forward to searching for stuff. I know there's like a spawn of it in the bathroom or something. Oh, the bathrooms and stuff aren't open until you come back, so scratch that. Just trying to hunt out any problematic cameras, to be honest. Get rid of them now before we're loaded down with a big box. That one I think could maybe not be an issue. Alright, oh, there's a schematic, so maybe we can do those if we end up getting lucky. Let's grab our fuse and get the box so we can get started here. Bada bing. And the lovely box of, you know, I still don't even know what this is exactly supposed to be. But we did get kind of the good spawn of Otto and Aurora, because now we know exactly where they are and we can just run straight out the front. Whoa, you are fast, man. Alright, I got no choice but to put you down with stun rig there. I was not expecting him to be able to keep up with me as much as he did. I think we're in like juice or something here. W juice fuse? That would be legendary. I mean, it's either that or frames and records. So let's be optimistic and check juice first. Juice has just got it all. It's got the fuse and the broadcast. Let's go. So now we are good to get through, but we need to go get the box. Oh, hey. Usually how most people do this trial, myself included, and we got spotted by a camera through the fucking shopping mall gate, bro. That's so lame. Usually how most people do this trial is they bring the box and then do the fuse, but since the enemy was on us at the box, I called an audible, switched it up. But yeah, that camera noise, or that bottle noise is probably attracted attention. There are the twins.
Participation is Get ready, Aurora.
Oh, that was not him coming this way. It's hard to tell sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, which way they're going.
We have to show them what it is they want.
Okay, I think we can run now. Ah, the Night Hunter's in an awful spot. The noise reduction is just insanely broken. What? How are we through that without being spotted? I don't know at all. But we've got the box at the next checkpoint. Whoop! Twins over there. Not sure where the Night Hunter settled down for his camping sesh. Right there. But we should just be able to run right past him and head to Juice to grab our fuse. We can actually head out to the right here, straight out the door, so that's pretty convenient. I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot about the fuse enemy that spawned. That always spawns. So I almost just ran straight into them, but somehow avoided it. We have the pusher. Oh wait, did we get Pizzeria Juice? We did. Legendary. The perfect seed. Oh no. Okay, well, we avoided the damage, but still got the camera spotted Demera, which is a shame. Pizzeria Juice, though, is just clutch. This sucks. Oh, that also sucks. Is this too greedy? I don't think it is, because we're not in the light, so yeah, it wasn't too bad. Pusher? Nice. Don't come straight at me, please. Thank you. Oh, son of a bitch. And you're really just teabagging my objective? Really? Fuck out of here. Alright. We can get this in position, and then we just gotta go drop the fuse off at the last location. I wish I'd seen that camera before. Could be a problematic one for the box transfer process. Don't forget about the enemy this time. That will serve me well. Well, I mean, I guess it worked out. I was able to beat them out the door. Whoa, you just stepped on their food! Dickhead. Why would you turn around and go back? You're gonna really search that? No? Search something out here? What are you doing? This giant is griefing the shit out of me. This stupid pizzeria is too small. Yeah, this is blocked off. Can't really get past the enemies very easily in here. But hey, we're out of there. We got our fuse. Let's go drop it off at the necessary spot. This grunt is coming out. No rig for this ending portion, which isn't good. He's just gonna stop here. He's just really gonna stop here. Deuce, why would you go back in? You are the biggest piece of shit. Of course there's a reinforcement as well. Why wouldn't there be? Thankfully, I do think it is only the pusher again. And we might be able to start off with the box. Let's get moving a little bit. Be great if you would leave. Glass is annoying. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. The twins are either way back here, or sometimes they just like don't spawn in a timely fashion into the end of this trial for some reason. I don't know what causes that. Maybe they're still fiddling around near pizzeria or something. I have no idea, but hey, I will certainly take it as we get a free little ending there, and we can wrap things up. Since we did get the broadcast, that is enough. And yeah. Like, sometimes they're in that department store, like, right away and are really annoying and all over the place, but yeah, sometimes they're not, and they come out of, like, that shuttle, or that EIG. I don't know. It's weird. But, again, I will not be the one complaining, since that was our final trial that we needed for the event. A plus 9 minutes, 15 seconds, investigate the Minotaur under surveillance psychosurgery here. And, yeah, we got spotted by cameras 3 times, so not ideal, but whatever. Overall, pretty good event. It's not like the most interesting one, and the cameras, like for A+ specifically, are pretty annoying. I think in non-A+, they're more interesting and fun because you can like try and play quickly while still avoiding them, and you don't really care about the sound trap trigger notifications. But the fact that they give you a demerit when you're going for perfect grades, or at least A+, which I guess is technically a perfect grade. Whatever. I'm just doing semantics, but that makes them a bit more annoying to play against. Overall, though, still, I think it's a cool event, cool variator edition. The 2 secondaries is a weird, unique thing about this event, and it was cool to see Amelia on the TVs again, definitely. Next up, again, I think we have Toxic Talk or Deeper, and I don't know, that'll be next week. But before that, I will be releasing my amps tier list, probably like Saturday or Sunday this weekend, I would assume. And so yeah, do be sure to check that out if you're interested in hearing my thoughts on amps, and let me know if you'd like to see other tier lists in the future. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. How do you like this event? Did you complete it yourself? And what are you hoping comes out with the mid-season patch? See you guys next time. Peace out.